XRP, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, when after we get this down move, we mentioned we can look for buy, but we would, I mean, when the price was within this move, we mentioned about the different possibility, and this is what we get. Okay, and as we can see, the price, the way it was moving was a bit corrective, but suddenly we get this sharp move, and there was a few opportunity to short trade, and the best things was this. Anyway, we got the up move, we got the buy, and now we want to see what's the next and how we can trade it. First of all, we start with higher time frame. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, we mentioned we want the price to break 0.65 following by 0.75. All right, the price broke 0.765, but the 0.75 it couldn't break yet. All right, because we mentioned if there is a continuation from here with the breakout of this top and following by here as well, then from there we can expect for continuation. Any drop, I mean, we cannot look for the reversal of that. We can expect to get a drop, bigger correction, but we cannot expect the price to retest this to the low 0.34 following by 0.36 following by 0.34. This is what we explain. All right, we don't need to go to the details because the way we can look at this correction is quite complex. Okay, that's why the only things we can say, if we get any trade set up for buy, we need to be quite careful. Even we mentioned as long as the price haven't broke the 0.75, any trade setup we consider as a short term if we trade based on the small flag or small correction. Okay, this is what we have been explaining, because now the question is whether this is the correction and this one can continue, or we can look at this entire big correction. By the way, the best things we have been looking for when the price was within this move, we mentioned if we get any one more drop following by 0.36 and 0.34, then any reversal, this is what we have been looking for, but we couldn't get it. And if there is a continuation, okay, then if mostly we can expect the price to give us a bigger correction, but the possibility again to drop to this, any of these two low is very less. Okay, now I want to see how we can trade it if we move to forward chart. As we can see the price, we get the sharp move, and now we will looking for the correction. If we get any correction here, any buy setup, we can look for continuation. And MACD doesn't show us anything, but here we don't need to really care about this divergence. Okay, and based on forward chart we have nothing, and even if we move to 1 hour chart, we see what we have based on divergence, we have nothing, and here also we have a divergence. Okay, mostly we can expect to get the correction here. We can expect to get the flat, any flat with the buy setup, we can look for continuation, but we need to get the buy setup. All right, right now we cannot have a buy setup. Can we consider this a sharp move and this is a small flag for continuation? Okay, also we can look at the best things. If this one drop a bit more, we look at this flat, any buy setup. From there we can look for buy, but we need to be careful. If we get any buy setup after we want the price to break 0.75. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Anyway, we don't have any trade setup right now. We waiting for this correction to see what we get, but any trade setup we can, if we get, we take it. And even if we move to 15 minutes, this is what we're looking for. Right now we're looking at this correction, either as a running flat or drop a bit more or break this low before we get the continuation. That's why we don't want to jump into a trade without trade setup, because simply if this is the start of the down move, at least you are not in the trade. That's why we have to wait and see this correction, how we can get the trade. We're looking at this flat. Anyway, we just follow the chart, and if I see any changes, any update, I will share. Thanks.